There comes a moment in every person's life when they begin to believe that bad luck is following them everywhere. One opportunity disappears, another relationship becomes difficult, unexpected problems arise, and slowly the mind starts whispering, "Perhaps I am unlucky." Yet what if the greatest source of bad luck is not outside us but inside us? What if the weight we carry is not a curse, but the collection of fear, resentment, regret, and endless worry? Imagine holding a handful of salt. It is simple, ordinary, and found in almost every home. By itself, it has no magical power to change destiny. Yet it can become a powerful reminder of an important truth. Just as salt preserves food by keeping it from decay, wisdom preserves the heart by protecting it from negativity. The real transformation begins not with the salt itself, but with the intention behind every action. Many people search for complicated solutions. They travel far, buy expensive objects, or wait for someone else to rescue them from their struggles. But peace rarely arrives through complexity. It often begins with the smallest acts performed with complete awareness. A simple ritual can become meaningful when it reminds us to release what no longer serves us. Take a small bowl of salt and hold it quietly for a few moments. As you look at it, think about every fear you have been carrying. Think about every painful memory that still controls your decisions. Think about the anger that keeps returning each morning before your feet even touch the floor. Instead of fighting these emotions, simply recognize them. Recognition is the beginning of freedom. Now imagine placing every burden into that bowl, not because the salt absorbs invisible energy, but because your mind needs a clear symbol for letting go. Human beings understand symbols deeply. A wedding ring symbolizes commitment. A flag symbolizes a nation. Likewise, a bowl of salt can symbolize your decision to stop feeding negative thoughts. The greatest chains are often invisible. They are the stories we repeat every day. Nothing ever works for me. People always disappoint me. I will never succeed. These quiet sentences become habits, and habits become the walls of our prison. Breaking bad luck begins by breaking these invisible patterns. Every morning offers a new beginning. Before rushing into the day, spend a few moments in silence. Breathe slowly. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the life already flowing around you. The sun rises without asking who deserves its light. The rain falls without judging who is worthy. Nature reminds us that life is always moving, always renewing itself. The salt becomes your daily reminder to choose clarity instead of confusion, patience instead of frustration, kindness instead of bitterness. Every time you see it, remember that your greatest power is not controlling the world, but mastering your own mind. Many believe that happiness arrives after success, yet those who live wisely discover the opposite. A peaceful mind creates better choices. Better choices create better actions. Better actions create better outcomes. What people call good luck is often the natural result of a calm and disciplined heart. Consider how often fear steals opportunities. A person avoids applying for a dream job because they expect rejection. Another never speaks their feelings because they fear disappointment. Someone refuses to begin a new project because failure seems certain before the first step. Was it bad luck that stopped them, or was it fear wearing the mask of bad luck? The same is true for gratitude. When gratitude becomes a daily practice, the mind begins noticing opportunities instead of obstacles. The world may not change overnight, but the way you experience it certainly does. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into quiet miracles. Forgiveness is another form of cleansing. Holding on to resentment is like carrying a heavy stone in your pocket every day. It slows every step while convincing you that someone else is responsible for the weight. The moment you forgive, you do not excuse the past. You simply refuse to let it control your future. The simple salt secret is not about changing fate through superstition. It is about changing your relationship with yourself. It reminds you to release what is harmful, preserve what is good, and begin each day with awareness instead of anxiety. When your thoughts become lighter, your decisions become clearer. When your decisions improve, your path begins to change. Others may call it luck, but you will know it began with a quiet choice made inside your own heart. So the next time life feels heavy, do not ask, "Why is bad luck following me?" Instead ask, "What am I still carrying that I no longer need?" Let the humble bowl of salt remind you that every new beginning starts with letting go of yesterday's burdens. Bad luck begins in the mind. What we often call bad luck is frequently the result of negative thinking, fear, resentment, and limiting beliefs. Changing the mind is the first step toward changing life. Many people believe that bad luck is something that suddenly appears from the outside, as if an invisible force has chosen them for hardship. They blame circumstances, other people, or fate whenever life becomes difficult. Yet the deepest source of suffering often begins much closer than we realize. It begins with the thoughts we repeat every day. Fear tells us that we are not capable. Anger convinces us that the world is against us. Regret keeps us trapped in yesterday, while worry steals the peace of tomorrow before it even arrives. These mental habits slowly shape the way we see every situation. When the mind is filled with negativity, even a small challenge appears impossible, and every setback seems like proof that life is unfair. However, when we become aware of these patterns, we discover that they do not define us. Thoughts are like clouds passing through the sky. They come and go, but they are not the sky itself. Using them without becoming attached. We create space for clarity and wisdom. As the mind becomes calmer, our decisions improve, our confidence grows, and we begin to notice opportunities that were always present but hidden beneath fear. What once appeared to be bad luck gradually fades away, replaced by understanding, patience, and a quiet confidence that every new moment offers the chance to begin again with a peaceful heart and a clear mind. The salt ritual as a symbol of letting go salt is not presented as a magical object, but as a simple reminder to release emotional burdens, negative thoughts, and past regrets with conscious intention. A handful of salt may seem ordinary, yet ordinary things often carry the deepest lessons when used with awareness. The purpose of a simple salt ritual is not to believe that the salt possesses mysterious powers or can magically erase every problem. Its true value lies in the intention it represents. When you hold a small bowl of salt, allow it to remind you of everything you no longer wish to carry. Think about the worries that keep you awake, the disappointments that continue to hurt, and the anger that quietly steals your peace. Instead of resisting these emotions or pretending they do not exist, acknowledge them with honesty. Then, in your heart, imagine placing each burden into the bowl. This simple act becomes a promise to yourself that you are ready to move forward instead of remaining trapped by the past. Human minds naturally respond to meaningful symbols, and this ritual gives your thoughts a clear direction. Every time you see the salt, remember your decision to choose peace over fear, hope over doubt, and patience over frustration. The ritual does not change the outside world overnight, but it changes the way you meet each new day. As your mindset becomes lighter and more focused, your actions become wiser, your relationships become healthier, and the path ahead begins to feel brighter because your heart is no longer weighed down by yesterday's burdens. Awareness creates positive change through mindfulness, silence, and self-reflection. We learn to observe our emotions instead of being controlled by them, leading to wiser choices and greater inner peace. Real change rarely begins with dramatic events. It starts in quiet moments when we become fully aware of what is happening within us. Most people move through each day on autopilot, reacting to every challenge with old habits of fear, anger, impatience, or self-doubt. Without awareness, these reactions repeat endlessly, creating the same results again and again. The first step toward freedom is to pause and observe. Sit quietly for a few moments each day and notice your thoughts without judging them. Watch how your mind jumps from one worry to another or returns to painful memories from the past. Instead of trying to force these thoughts away, simply acknowledge them and let them pass like leaves floating down a gentle stream. As you practice this kind of mindful observation, your emotions begin to lose their power over you. You no longer react to every situation with frustration or fear because you have created space between the event and your response. In that space, wisdom naturally appears. Your decisions become calmer, your words become kinder, and your actions become more thoughtful. Challenges do not disappear, but your relationship with them changes completely. What once felt overwhelming becomes an opportunity to grow in patience and understanding. A peaceful and attentive mind sees possibilities where a distracted mind sees only obstacles. Through daily awareness, you slowly transform your inner world, and as your inner world changes, your outer life begins to reflect that same balance, clarity, and quiet strength. Replace negativity with gratitude and forgiveness. Practicing gratitude and forgiving others and ourselves cleanses the heart of emotional weight, allowing peace, happiness, and new opportunities to enter our lives. The heart becomes heavy when it holds on to resentment, disappointment, and endless complaints. Every painful memory that is replayed again and again quietly drains our energy and clouds our judgment. Many people believe they can move forward while carrying bitterness, yet it follows them into every relationship and every new opportunity. Gratitude and forgiveness offer a different path. Gratitude does not require a perfect life. It simply asks us to notice the blessings that already exist. A gentle sunrise, a kind word, a healthy meal, the support of a loved one, or even the chance to begin another day can become reasons to appreciate life. As gratitude grows, the mind slowly shifts its attention from what is missing to what is present. Forgiveness works in the same way. It does not mean approving of hurtful actions or pretending that pain never happened. It means choosing not to let yesterday's wounds control today's peace. When we forgive, we free ourselves from carrying an invisible burden that has become too heavy. With gratitude filling the heart and forgiveness releasing old pain, negativity loses its grip, hope replaces fear, compassion replaces anger, and peace replaces inner conflict. These simple yet powerful practices create space for joy, stronger relationships, and wiser decisions. As the heart becomes lighter, life begins to feel more meaningful, and opportunities that once seemed hidden become easier to recognize with calmness, clarity, and quiet confidence. True good fortune comes from inner transformation. Lasting success and happiness are created through a calm mind, compassionate actions, disciplined habits, and the courage to let go of negativity rather than relying on superstition. Many people spend their lives searching for lucky charms, special rituals, or mysterious signs that promise success and happiness. They believe that good fortune is something that appears by chance or is granted only to a fortunate few. Yet lasting good fortune is not created by external objects but by the quality of our inner life. A calm and disciplined mind sees possibilities where others see obstacles. A compassionate heart builds trust, strengthens relationships, and attracts kindness in return. Honest actions create a foundation of respect and confidence that no shortcut can replace. Every positive thought, every patient response, and every wise decision becomes a small step toward a more fulfilling life. These choices may seem insignificant in a single moment, but over time they shape our character and influence our future. When we release fear, envy, and resentment, we create room for courage, gratitude, and hope to grow. People may look at our progress and call it good luck, but they do not see the quiet work that happens within. They do not see the moments of self-reflection, the discipline to remain calm during difficulty, or the strength to choose kindness over anger. True fortune is not a gift that falls from the sky. It is the natural result of living with wisdom, balance, and integrity. As the heart becomes peaceful and the mind becomes clear, life begins to unfold with greater purpose, resilience, and lasting happiness.